Hi, my name's Evan Bailey, and I'm a student in Dr. Strange's EDM 310 class at the University of South Alabama. This week I sat down for a Q&A session with a man named Joe Strange, who's a former South Alabama graduate from 1972 to 1983, and then he graduated again in 1987. He holds a Bachelor of Arts in English and a Bachelor of Science in Education. And he was also a member of the Student Government Association from around 1972 to 1975. I did a long, extensive interview with him for another project, but I asked him a few relevant questions for this project. So without further ado, here's a few questions and answers.
All activities are important. A project, an academic project, right? I remember some I did in political science, I remember some I did in the College of Education. And just going back to papers that I wrote in the English department, all of those where you go somewhere and seek information, right? Mm-hmm. And then take that information and mix it up and then present it back, in your case, as an academic person, as a student, you present it back to your professor. But that is what every day is.
Because it requires creativity.
Well, it does. I go to my customer
and abstract thought
and gather information, and they go, well, I was thinking I'd like a rail, or I was thinking I'd like a so-and-so. They're clueless, man. They don't know what they want. They got some vague notion that they want something going over here so they won't fall over the edge. And you take as much information as you can from them, as much information as you can from the experience that you have, as much information as you can from the vendors. You know what the skills of your workers are. So you're amassing this data and putting it together as a presentation, in my case, back to the customer. So I'm selling, you know, a $2,200 handrail back to a customer, just like you're selling a project to a professor for a grade. Man, it's a nickel's worth of difference in both of them. It is all a matter of gathering data, amassing data, presenting data, using your skills to put it together in such a way that it's either, you're either going to make a grade, or you're going to make a sale, or I'm going to build a handrail, or I'm going to get the guys in the back to build something the way I want it built, or more specifically the way the customer wants it built.
Sure.
The projects that you do at the University of South Alabama, whether it be a physical project where like the engineers are doing little styrofoam things, or something as vague as just writing an essay or a paper, it's all the same thing. It's gathering data, putting it together, and presenting it in a way that is to your advantage.
I've never learned so much absolutely brand new stuff as I have learned in EDM 310.
Stay with you forever.
Since I've been at South Alabama. So
it'll stay with you, and you'll apply it not only to making a video, but when you're writing a class program. You're an education major, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when you're writing your class syllabus, when you're writing a class program, same thing. When I'm telling these cheeseheads in the back how I want a particular project done, putting the project together for them, it's the same thing. Whether you're doing it with a third grader or a 12th grader or your employees, you're presenting information in a cogent, organized way, designed for them, not for you to tell, but for them to receive,